All right, this is the final video walkthrough for a very Trump Halloween, third time's the harm in 2019. This is the view from the front porch where we have the banner. We have Fox and Friends stirring up nasty stuff every morning. Over here we have Christian evangelicals. Up here there is a Proud Boy from Charlottesville with a SWAT sticker, and Trump says there are very fine people on both sides, and holding an innocent tiki torch asking to please go back to the luau. Down here, Stormy Daniels, the only person Trump ever hired who was actually qualified to do the job. Moving east, Ted Cruz is the most punchable face in America. Kellyanne Conway with an alternative facts banner, and her husband George, who hates her. Trump mocked up his own "Sanctions Are Coming" picture using the Game of Thrones font, so we changed it to "Impeachment is Coming." And on Halloween, we put up "Today." Moving along, Mary Trump, her final words, "My uterus still smells like moron." Gravestones for the departed. Here's Mick Mulvaney. Down here we have House and Senate Republicans literally with their heads in the sand. Rudy Giuliani as a clown. More gravestones for the departed. And here you have the three idiots in Congress: Matt Gaetz, Jim Jordan, and Mark Meadows. Trey Gowdy coming back. Over here we have, by the St. Basil's Cathedral, we have Moscow Mitch McConnell holding hands with Putin on a horse. And Putin is saying, "Buy America, I did." And then back over here we have McConnell's wife, Elaine Chao, as a swamp creature. Gordon Sondland, Times Person of the Year as a whistleblower. Gina Haspel. And we're flying a Trump baby balloon up there. Continuing along, we have a windmill, and stay back because windmills cause cancer. And then at the end we have the NRA as a giant spider with bandoliers holding AR-15s, and caught in the web of NRA, all the politicians that have taken NRA money. It's surprising how little money it takes for the NRA to buy a politician. And we found the worst pictures we could of everyone. For example, here's Devin Nunes with orange Cheeto dust around his mouth because he's been kissing Trump's ass. Paul Ryan, Ken Calvert, Ryan Zinke. This is just to name a few. Back over here, it's Matt Gaetz' mugshot. Moscow Mitch McConnell, Ted Cruz, Marco Rubio, Rand Paul when his neighbor beat him up, and couldn't find a bad picture of Duncan Hunter, so we just used his indictment. Heading back towards the front porch, this is most of the Fox corner is here with Laura Ingraham, Tucker Carlson holding hands with Ann Coulter, and here's Judge Jeanine Pirro. Sec Energy, Rick Perry being electrocuted. Pat Cipollone, White House lawyer. Andrew Wheeler, head of the EPA, former coal lobbyist and doesn't believe in climate change. Down here, this is David Koch. He said, "A Democrat will be elected in 2020 over my dead body." Okay, works for us. Larry Kudlow, whose failed economic policies bankrupted Kansas. Steve Bannon. And Sec Housing, Ben Carson, who used to be a neurosurgeon, so we have his head lopped off. It's the Headless Horseman. Continuing back from the front porch, heading west, we have a complaint box, so any Republicans can leave nasty notes to us here. We stayed current. When the Republicans stormed the hearings, we put that up the same day. Here's Stephanie Grisham, White House spokesperson. Apparently she has more DUIs than she has given press conferences. And we had the podium landing on the dearly departed Sarah Huckabee Sanders. Trump, not respecting the office, said the White House is a real dump. This is the presidential seal that was really appeared behind Trump at a conference. It's a parody, of course, with golf clubs and cash instead of arrows and olive branches. In the middle it says 45 is a puppet, and that gave us the idea this year to literally make Trump a puppet, with his strings being pulled by Putin, MBS, Kim Jong-un, and Erdogan. There's a lot of detail on Trump. T-shirt says I love Ukraine. He's wearing the Burger King of Israel hat. Here's the Nobel Peace Prize, and Trump is holding Bill Barr as a dog, and Barr is pissing on the Constitution. Right over here too is the code word server, which is supposed to hold national security information, and instead political information. They tried to hide it here. So the server is even saying, Donald, this is highly irregular. We mock Trump's great and unmatched wisdom. And of course, he's the Sharpie president, so we got him holding a giant Sharpie. We have Pence moving along, sex state Pompeo, the Republican Party, because an illiterate populace ruled by a wealthy elite worked so well in the Dark Ages. Over here we have the moat full of snakes and alligators and a spiked wall. Gandalf saying, "You shall not pass," wearing a red MAGA hat. And Trump National Doral invites the G7 countries to the Moulaman's Ball. And after Trump made his stupid announcement showing he lacks all knowledge of geography, the wall is on the Colorado-Mexico border. Moving along, here's Stephen Miller, architect of the border policy, with a cage full of brown dolls and tinfoil blankets. Stephen Miller was voted by his high school classmates most likely to promote ethnic cleansing. On the House, we have the Statue of Liberty with a slightly altered poem. Up above, Julian Assange being thrown out of the Ecuador embassy and his smelly cat. And there's Kevin McCarthy and Devin Nunes. Moving down, Roger Stone with the ridiculously shaped forehead he has. In front is Roy Moore as a flasher. The rest of the Fox crew, Sean Hannity is over here. More gravestones. This is Alan Dershowitz, who got a massage but kept his underwear on, right in front of Jeffrey Epstein in the Harvard shirt. Last year's highlight, and he's back again, is Brett Kavanaugh with the Yale pennant, beer can hat, and the Beach Week calendar from 1982. Wilbur Ross. The two faces of Lindsey Graham, who used to hate Trump and now he loves him. Paul Manafort in jail. More gravestones. In the back, we have Steve Mnuchin and his gold digger wife, and Sonny Perdue. On the House, the Revolutionary War Art Gallery, Onward to LaGuardia, Valley Forge International Airport Terminal C, the Battle of Covfefe Hill, and 1 if by land, 2 if by sea, 3 if by British Airways. Over here, Joseph McGuire, Director of National Intelligence, Jeff Sessions' gravestone. Space Force, pew pew! And we need Space Force because the wall won't keep out the Space Mexicans. More gravestones. Here's Mike Flynn in jail, Michael Cohen in jail. More gravestones. John Bolton's in particular, I'm going to call attention to because the John Bolton gravestone has the mustache. A few more gravestones. Kim Jong-un, little rocket man, holding his rockets, and Trump fell in love with him. This is the Trump-Macron friendship tree, which died, kind of apropos. Over here, Susan Collins, Alex Azar, Raj Shah. Here's Melania Trump, who is dead inside, and she's wearing a jacket that says, "Shame, shame, shame." Rex Tillerson, Betsy DeVos, and the Trump spawn with Jared Kushner, Ivanka. Here's Eric and Don Jr. And that concludes your tour.